Hello everyone, today we are going to break down the new stills from episode 3 of House of the Dragon, but before that remember to like the video, it helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe and yada yada yada. Let's get to it. The first photo we see is of the Valerion War Council. At the end of episode 2, Corlys said he was going to go to the Stepstones and deal with the Triarchy himself, since King Viserys would do nothing. Across from Corlys is his younger brother, Vaemond Valerion. In the books, I believe Vaemond is his nephew, but they changed it for the show. In the middle, we see Corlys' son, Laenor. Laenor is actually younger than his sister, Laena, who we saw in the last episode. So there is another big time jump here from episode 2 to 3. I've heard the time jump is about 3 years. To the right of him is Joffrey Lonmouth. He is a very good friend of Laenor's. House Lonmouth is a house in the Stormlands sworn to House Baratheon. In the next still, we are still in the Stepstones, and we see Vaemond with a sword and shield. We also see some foot soldiers for the Triarchy laying dead at his feet and fighting all around him. He is also wearing a helmet when fighting. George R.R. Martin hated how nobody wore a helmet in the original show, but he understood the reason. The audience wants to see the actor's face and the emotion they're giving. But it seems they have come to a happy medium ground, have helmets but still have them open in the face area. His shield has the sigil of House Valerion on it, which is a seahorse. In the next still, we see Corlys, this time in battle. We see that his weapon of choice is a long axe. We see the sigil of House Valerion on his armor and helmet as well. The armor looks fantastic. Some fantasy shows it kind of looks dumb, but this looks great. There seems to be scales on it as well, which is great little detail. His nickname is the Sea Snake, so that's awesome. I really like that level of detail. In the next shot, we see Vaemond and Corlys staring at one another. Things seem to be getting a little heated. In the episode 3 preview, Corlys says how they are losing the fight against the Triarchy, so I'm guessing they are having disagreements on how to proceed. In the next shot, we see Daemon on the Stepstones as well, holding a letter. Remember, Corlys invited him to join the war effort after Viserys spurned him by marrying someone else's daughter instead. The letter that is in his hand, I can't tell if it has a king's sigil on it or not. Daemon is still wearing his great Targaryen armor, which, as I said before, is wonderful. In the next shot, we see Viserys and his wife Alicent Hightower. Viserys is holding up his son Aegon, and as you can tell, Alicent is pregnant again. On the left of Alicent, we see Lyonel Strong, who is the Master of Laws on the Small Council. To the right of him, we see his son, Harwin Strong, who is said to be the strongest man in the Seven Kingdoms. I thought this was a tourney celebrating the anniversary of Viserys and Alicent's marriage, or celebrating Aegon's name day, but some people think it's a royal hunting party, which would explain this next still. In this still, we see our first Lannister for the show. This is either Jason or Tywin Lannister. They are twins and played by the same actor, so it's hard to say who this is. He's gifting Viserys this hunting spear. In the preview for episode 3, we see Viserys use the spear. That is why I know that. Some Game of Thrones fans may recognize the actor. He played Sir Hugh of the Vale in the original show. In this still, we also see that Otto Hightower is here as well, who is the Hand of the King. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, Corlys has left the Small Council, meaning the Master of Ships position is open, and the Lannisters are the second richest house in Westeros, so Tywin or Jason may have taken Corlys' spot on the Small Council. In the next still, we see Rhaenyra talking to Tywin or Jason at this royal hunting party. It's hard to say about what though. We also see her talking to her father in this still, and Otto is in front of her as well. We know from the preview that Viserys and Rhaenyra are talking about marriage in this scene, how she doesn't want to be married, and Viserys blows up at her, saying it is her duty to do so. Now this is a complete guess, but maybe Viserys wants Rhaenyra to marry one of the Lannisters, Jason or Tywin, and get them into the fold, since Corlys is still mad at Viserys. The Lannisters are still really rich, and this could help make up for what they have lost with House Valerion. But that's a shot in the dark, to be honest. In the next still, we see Rhaenyra riding a horse leaving the royal hunting party. She is probably mad about what her father said. Also, in the preview, we hear her say that nobody is here for her. Sir Criston Cole comes after her. Remember, he is her sworn shield. He goes everywhere with her to protect her. We see the two walking in the woods together. In this shot, she definitely looks older compared to the last 2 episodes. In this still, we see Otto Hightower and Viserys talking with one another. I wanted to point this out, but the chair Viserys is sitting on has a dragon's head on it. I think that's incredibly cool. That's all I have for that one, to be honest. In the next 2 shots, we have Rhaenyra reading in the Godswood, and we see Alicent is coming to meet her. This is a callback to the first episode when they were studying and having a lot of fun without a care in the world. At this time, the relationship has kind of soured. They are no longer as close. To me, this seems like Alicent trying to save their relationship, and Rhaenyra does not want anything to do with her. So what did you think of the episode 3 stills of House of the Dragon? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more House of the Dragon content, please subscribe and like the video. Also check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.